gloves and that. And hold on. Yeah, you're going. You're going. Okay, can I get by? Can I get by? Thank you. Hold on. Hold your horses, you. Hold your horses. There you go. Hold on. System that's coming over the hill that all of a sudden just became very apparent, and it is so nasty. So nasty. So this might be a very short-lived walk because the way the wind is blowing, that system's moving in fast. That's why I didn't notice it 5 minutes ago. It just came over the... There it is in all its glory. Coming over the Continental Divide there, so we are not, depending on what direction it's blowing in, it might go around us, because that is pretty famous for things that come over right there on the Continental Divide and then miss us. But still, the wind is very cold. It's 41 degrees out here, but in my bones, and maybe it's just because my body is completely depleted from the amount of training that I've been doing the last few days. It feels even colder to me. I mean, it feels like 10 degrees to me. But I knew way too much for all day today. But I think my body was depleted from nutrients after yesterday, that I just wanted more food. But I just feel like just heavy now because I ate so much. The Vigilante Running Club, the local Helena, Montana running club, that tried to recruit me when I was running for Seattle Running Club, but they don't have a very good program for like cross country and that kind of stuff. They only have, I'm just cut across here, so I don't want to get stuck in that. So maybe we're gonna, after a bad nothing, all these people that take this other cut across, we're gonna do it, because I think we're gonna have to turn around and come back pretty quick. That wind is starting to blow harder, so it's definitely moving in over here. That is one nasty snow squall coming in. Now, this is pretty typical of Nessa wants to run, but I just ate. I can't run. I ate a lot. I ate so much food. Like, that's another reason why I wanted to make sure I got out here to walk, because I ate so much food that sitting in the van was making me sick to my stomach. But yeah, this snow squalls coming in like this is pretty typical for Montana this time of the year. So anyways, yeah, the Vigilante Running Club is more, they have some marathon runners, road runners, but they're more trail running than anything. my YouTube channel, and there's one, I think I called it like snow squalls or something like that. It was in this exact same place, and we went from having perfect weather to a snow squall when we got about a mile out. And it's going to be probably equivalent to this. Actually, not. That one is probably a little worse than what this is going to be. Because if I had to guess based upon the temperature right now, this is probably going to be more rain than snow. If it's snow, then I can stay out here. But if it's rain, I don't have a rainproof coat on. It's weather resistant, but it gets wet pretty easy. So I think we're just gonna do short loop, at least get her some exercise. When in the title when I say, for our mental health, it's really to make her less crazy, and by her being less crazy, then I'm less crazy at night. but then in retrospect, now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, you have to be pretty mental to be out here at this time, the way the weather is. I should have put my heavier gloves on too, because my hands are definitely feeling the cold from the wind. If I was running, it would be fine because I'd have the blood pumping, but no, we're gonna go this way. She's like, oh, we're gonna keep going around the big loop. No, look at what's coming over. We're going this way. In fact, this way might not even work. No, we're going this way. Come on. She's back. Look at her back there. She's like, fine, I'll finally come. Here she comes. So I did find an actual very nice area for days like this when I can't work on the van. I didn't want to drive. I do have to drive down to Bozeman tomorrow morning, but we're going to do a morning run here. I got to look at the weather and see what it's going to be like. I really wanted to run down to Park City and back, but that would be about a 3-hour run. Which is fine. I just need to get down to Bozeman because my water tanks came in for my van, so I want to go get those so I can get it plumbed, and instead of using gallon jugs all the time, I'll have a nice big jug to use. And then I'll also have one for gray water if I need it. If I need to get my sink plumbed too. I was looking at my faucets that I want to do for my sink, and gosh dang, the cheapest one that I could find that would work would be about $90. So I wanted one that had the removable, nozzle that you could pull out with a sprayer, because that way I could use it for, I guess you could say, a shower. Mostly just to rinse my hair out. Yeah, look at this thing coming in on us. Maybe I might get lucky. Ooh, it is definitely coming in more. Look at the horizon over there. You can see it blowing. We might get lucky. And it might be more cloud-like coming over. But yeah, that's the Continental Divide right behind us right now. It's about, let's see, from where we're at right now, it would be about 10 miles away, the Continental Divide. The back of the jacket I'm wearing right now is not windproof, because that way you're able to breathe more. You gotta get built up water forever on the inside if you start sweating. So the breathability back there, and that wind is blowing straight through. So I'm pretty sure I just saw a snowflake, so I think this is going to be snow and not rain, which would make sense with the way the air temperature feels right now. Yeah, that is snow. That is definitely snow. We're going to get hit by some snow, everybody. So we can at least finish this loop and we'll go around. Could have done the big loop, I guess, which would be about 2.5 miles, but we'll still get a good 1.5 miles at least. But we'll see if it doesn't. It's not too bad. We could walk around a little bit more. I just got hit in the eye with a snowflake. But there's at least one crazy guy out here running. I think he was with that runners club that was leaving right when we got here. Probably to get a couple extra miles. I'm hoping that if I can get up early enough, I was going to, oh wow, they're like moving a house or something over here. Almost looks like it was an old church or a schoolhouse or something. It doesn't have a steeple on it, so that's why I don't think it was a church, but hoping if I wake up early enough, I was going to run over to the local track over here and see if anybody is, if it's open for public use that early in the morning. I know it is. It's open for public use in the summertime, like when the school's not in. I've used it actually pretty late in the year. I don't know if I've used it early spring, but definitely been there early morning, well before school's in. And I think that's just, as long as the school isn't in and they're not using it for some other thing, that the public's allowed to use it. Because I really want to start working on some speed. I know this isn't going to last very long anyways, because the brunt of it is going around us. But what'd you find? Did you find a stick? Huh? You found a stick to chew on? Yeah, you did. Well, bring it with. There you go. It's kind of big for her to carry, but and that guy is with the Vigilante Runners Club, and I recognize him as one of the guys that beat me in the marathon. So he's pretty good. I think he ran like a 2:40 something last time I ran, which was a couple years ago. But there's 2 people here that are definitely more local legends than I am. They're way better than me. They're elite class athletes that are now a little bit older, so they don't compete anymore. But one of them female has all the records for the local race here, the big marathon, half marathon, and 10K and 5K. But she's probably 40 now. Still holds. Actually, she just set new course records a couple years ago for a couple of them. And then there's a guy that's actually a coach, the track and field coach for one of the local high schools here. It's really good. I used to go back and forth on a few of the Strava segments with him. As far as the segment record, I think they're technically called course records, but they're like, it's just a segment, like a mile or 2 miles or whatever it happens to be. Of course, I think one of them is like 6 miles. airport is like, though. Not sure. Not sure. The doggy over here trying to come say hi to Nessa. Hey, Nessa! I know, you want to go say hi? Now the sun's coming back out because that is going around us. Like I said it would. It looks like it just dissipated around us. So I might try and do maybe now that it's nicer. Of course, I'm getting hit by snowflakes still. Hey, fuckers. Come on, go this way. We're going into the snowflakes. I'll see what she wants to do. She wants to actually do the big thing. But he's not doing the big move, so I can do it now because it's going to get... Well, there's another system I can tell coming over the Continental Divide. I might be able to finish this other loop, maybe to go back to the cut across road that we were doing and then just go back the other way or something. Because that's what she wanted to do when I made her turn around and come this way. From sunset. Yeah, I want to start working on speed work because I am going to do that marathon this year. And I definitely want to improve on my last performance because that was horrendous. Definitely won't be as fast as I want it to be, but I also have a race that I definitely will not be pushed. Oh, she wants to go back. She's probably, this is cold. Anyways, it's a 12K race, Bloomsday. Race. So you didn't know. I have qualified for the sub-elite class a couple times now for that race. But then during the race, I just fall apart. So I really want to put together a good race there. Instead of having to qualify each year for it, if I put together a good race and run a sub-48 on it, then I have an automatic qual for the next year, actually next couple years. As it is, in order for me to qualify sub-elite, I've had to run one of their qualifying 10Ks at a sub 36 pace, which hasn't been too bad, too hard for me. Could always, but I only push myself as fast as I need to in order to meet the qualification standard. But a sub 36 for a 10K isn't too bad, really. But it is a big race. 40. I think the biggest year it had over 50,000 people there. Pretty much every year it's right around 40 at least. And I suspect this year, since it's the first year back after 2 years, it is going to be huge. But pretty sure, I'd have to verify to make 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that it is 1 week after my first race, the 50K. So I will definitely not be running. My legs will still be destroyed, so I'm not going to be running what does it have to be? Around a 6:05 pace, I want to say, per mile for the 7.54 miles it is. I think right around there for a 12K. But I have a bunch of friends that are running it, so one of them is very competitive, so he'll go as fast as he can, which will probably be right. He'll be shooting for that sub 48, but there's a couple other people there, so that will not be doing that. They just run it for fun, so I'm probably gonna run for fun. I'll be in the Yellow Seed, I think it is, just because I have, past runs there that meet the Yellow Seed requirements, which is like the next step. It's like the fastest of the normal people, so one step underneath the sub elite class. But we'll give her a go. I mean, I'll easily meet that standard, because I think you have to run like a 105 or something like that. So I'll be less than that. I'll be in the 50 minutes on a worse day. Sub 1 hour, so but we'll enjoy it and see. Oh yes, I know. You're all playful now. You just want to play. You gonna play or not, huh? Oh, you want to play with a stick? Okay. Grab a stick. We can stay here for a few minutes. You just have to grab the biggest one. They have a stick. They call it a stick library here. Kind of like, the little libraries that you get for community library things, where you take a book, leave a book thing. So they have this. It's pretty funny. Let me show you guys right there. So she always knows that they're there, so she always has to play around with the sticks. You're just going to chew on that one? And obviously she has to grab the biggest one. Always have to grab the biggest one, huh? You're gonna put that stick away though. She's like, no, I just took that one out. Well, shoot, now that it's kind of nice out here, I kind of want to walk a little further, but I'll see if she wants to go too. You want to walk a little bit more? First rolled up was the running club that was here. I'm gonna see if she wants to walk a little more, maybe do the smaller loop here. So I'm gonna start walking this way and see if she wants to do some more, because now that it's nicer out again. Yep, she's coming. I want to walk around a little bit more and get rid of this. Get rid of my fat belly. Full of food. I got a hair or something tickling my eyeballs. Probably not unattached, it's probably attached to my head, since I haven't cut my hair for so long that my hair is actually coming down below my eyes now. But there you can see, looking over the Continental Divide back there, that there's another system coming over. But probably won't hit for another 20 minutes or so. But you can see all around how there's a system that just blew over that went around us. there's Mount Helena that we were up on earlier. Well, not today. Today we did Mount Ascension, but yesterday we did that a couple times. But, yep. One of those days where yesterday started off warm. Or no, it's 2 days ago. 2 days ago it started off warm. It got up to like 63 degrees, and then by early evening it was down to the mid 30s, and it snowed all night. And then yesterday we woke up, it was 25 degrees, and it got up to about 60, 62, something like that. And then we woke up today and it was 35 or something like that, and it only got up to 41. It was like a 6-degree day here today. And the last, like this whole week, it's been 40-degree spans from the high to the low every day. Not today. It was like, no, we're just going to stay cold. And even really, I think tomorrow it's only supposed to get up to maybe 50. And then, I don't know what. The weekend is supposed to be, I think one of the days is supposed to get up to 60, but it's supposed to be, the lows are supposed to be pretty cold, which I'm a little worried about, because now that I got my walls, divider walls between my cab area and the back area of my van, I have to rely on my little propane heater, because I can't just start the vehicle and use the vehicle heater to push air back, because that's what I've just been doing, because it doesn't take much. Like, let the vehicle run for about 15 minutes and it's nice and toasty warm all the way in the back. Oh, she's getting in the water, so she's gonna be freezing. This is a nice creek in the summertime, though. It's her swimming hole. There's a nice pool. Actually, right here where she's at, it gets pretty deep. But this is all snow melt coming off of there, so that is cold, cold water. Cold, cold water. But she wants to play in the water, that's fine. I'll let her for a little bit. Those people are doing the long loops, that's good. And nobody else has showed up, so pretty much got this section of this area all to ourselves. Which is good, because that is a nasty storm. That looks bigger than the last one coming in. You can see it building up, coming over the top of the divide. And this, based upon the direction the last one went, that is going to hit us full force. So, gosh dang, she's going to be so cold, because she is just deep, deep in that water. Now she's wandering out, but she's going to be cold. She's shaking herself off, and she's going to be dirty, because she's going to pick up all this dirt from this nice groomed, buffed out trail that I wouldn't even call pea gravel. It's like pretty much just dirt, sandy dirt. Oh, she wants to go all the way over to the bridge. I guess we can do that. We should have time. I think we'll have time for that, so we can go over there. Figured I'd, since I wasn't running, even though, I mean, it's a pretty good views looking this way, the trail and everything, the sunset rays and all that. But since I'm walking, I figured I could talk face to face with you guys for a change. I don't do that very much. My lips are really dry too. I need to put some chapstick on it. Anyway, I was telling you earlier about how I found a nice place that I can go and sit now here in Helena with my van during the day on days like today when I couldn't work on it. So I was able to spend a little time on the computer. I got my Safe Sport certification renewed. Just waiting for my background investigation stuff to come back so that my level 1 cert is renewed again. But my USATF level 1 coaching, and then I need to finish up my Sports Science 2 course. The only thing I have left on it is the 3 essay questions, which are like 2 pages each. I hate writing. I hate it. I mean, I would do it in college. Like when I got my degree, yeah, I could knock out a 20-page, paper. Like when I had to do my capstone, I think that one had to be, it was over 30 pages for my degree. And I knocked it out in pretty much just like 3 or 4 days. So you think a 2-page essay would be easy for me, but it isn't. I struggle. I really struggle. I'm a science guy. I'm not which is weird because you would think that scientists have to write papers too, but they're scientific papers. Those to me are completely different than answering an essay as to how the modules that I just reviewed, I have to pick one of the submodules out of it and explain how it pertains to my current coaching stuff and all that kind of stuff. But I think this weekend I'm just gonna knock that out. I might, just so I don't get interrupted or anything like that, I might take and actually just grab my laptop. Oh, her tummy is so filthy now that she was in that water. So filthy. But take my laptop, which sucks, but just go into Starbucks, put the headphones on, and just knock them out. Because if I'm using my computer in the van, I'm going to be like, oh, what's going on YouTube? Or, no, we can't go that way, sweet girl. Come on. She wants to go across the bridge, but that goes a long ways away. That goes the wrong direction. Yeah, that storm's moving in faster than I thought, too. So, probably going to hit the front of it by the time we get back. It's going to be a good, probably 12 minutes still till we get back. But now because very noticeable when the sun is still 45 minutes from going down, but all of a sudden it's going away because of the storm coming over. Because of that thing coming towards us, which is not going to be happy. I do not want to be stuck caught up in that. Unless I was running. If I was running, I'd be fine, but I ate way too much food to be running. You coming? I'll see how I feel in the morning on which run we do. If we do Helena Ridge, depending on what the weather does tonight, if it snows, we're not going to be able to do it. But I won't be able to stream, but just the ascent over the top of Mount Helena, that's the summit. Because we went 3 miles down last night. 3 miles? the trail is 7 miles. And I kept looking at my phone, just checking signal and everything, and I, like, half the time didn't have any signal, and sometimes only had 1 bar. Never had anything good enough to keep streaming past the summit. So if we do that run tomorrow morning, so it'd be out and back, so about 15 miles total, I would guess and say probably 3,000 feet. Oh, probably more than that. Probably close to 4,000 feet of vert. Because if we go all the way down to the trailhead, we're dropping all the way down, and then we have to climb all the way back up again, which would be about 1,000 feet on top of what we did yesterday. So yeah, it'd be about 4,000 feet. But oh, now she's freaking out because she hears there's a military installation over here where I used to work. There's some people firing up there, and she doesn't like loud exploding noises, so she is ready to go back. But if I don't feel good enough, since my legs are pretty well shot, I'm just going to slug out some miles, and probably it could be out right here. And I can stream that, and we will try and knock out at least 3 of the big loops. If we don't do the big loops, we will do 4 of the other loops. Get at least, if we do 3 of the big loops, then I get at least 7.5 miles. And then if I put a little whoop-de-doo in there in the middle, then we can push it to 8 miles pretty easy. That's about, I don't want to do anything less than 8 miles. The problem is doing the loops. She gets bored. I get bored, but she gets bored, really bored. So to get her to do more than, I can get her to do 2 loops. To get her to do more than 2 loops sometimes can take quite a bit. And I think it's only supposed to be around 30, 32 degrees, somewhere around there in the morning. So she will probably be pretty miserable trying to get her to do that many loops. We'll see. I just need to get some miles in. And I can get down to Bozeman. I doubt with the way the weather's been last week that anything more has cleared up down there. So we'll probably coming back here in order for us to be able to get some runs in, but we might stay one night down there. We'll see. But then we'll still have to come back here to run, because there's some places, there's some routes I'd love to run, but they're all streets, and they go, like, one of them goes in between the college and the football stadium, and so there's always a lot of action there, which she doesn't like. Well, other than the college girls, she loves the college girls, but so do I. And then there is a little hill called Keggy Hill that you run up on that route, which is about 1.5 miles, but you're only talking maybe 400 feet of vert total on that whole route, which would be about 6 miles probably. And you'd be running downtown, all that kind of stuff, so, which can be kind of miserable because it gets pretty busy But again, I wouldn't be able to get her to go, so she wouldn't want to go. Now, as far as the dog parks go, she loves the dog parks. There's a huge one down there, just wide open. They should be pretty well dried up now. Last time we were there, it was very slushy and icy and muddy and just gross, even though she still had a great whole time. It sits right at the foothills of the mountain, the Bridgers. But last time we were there, in fact, it's only about a block and a half from my mailbox down there. There's a brand new dog park that has 2 ponds with a creek that runs through them. In between the two, well, the creek runs the whole distance, but it goes in between the 2 ponds. Gosh dang, I'm getting like chilly. That thing, now that sun went away and that storm coming over, oh my goodness, it got cold all of a sudden. This is even my heavier jacket, and I have 2 long sleeve shirts on underneath. My nose is running because it's so cold now. Oh, she found another stick. But she loves that dog park too. And I think, based upon when we were there, that's actually a contender for a place for me to stealth camp. Don't tell anybody, but when I'm down in Bozeman, I think that street that runs alongside there is perfect for me to stealth camp on. That says you can't. It's just a street with parking. Nothing says you can't park there overnight. So the nice thing about it is at that dog park is a porta-john. So that's why I think it's probably a really good place to stealth camp. Now, there's also a rest area that I could stay overnight at if I needed to. And there's lots of other areas that I could park on the street, but then if I had to use the bathroom, I either have to use the one in my van and then have to clean it out and dump it every now and then, all that kind of stuff, or I would have to drive over to the rest area, because they don't have a lot of public restrooms in Bozeman, which is weird. Helena actually has quite a few little areas where people can go to use the bathroom. Okay, let's go in because I'm cold. You can't take your stick though. Okay, you're good. She's like, okay, fine. I think she's cold too. Oh, it's just got frigid out here all of a sudden. She is ready to go in. There you go. Oh, do you need some water? Yeah, she needs some water. Oh, it is nice and warm in here. Nice and warm. Well, I'm just going to shut this. I can climb through the little space right here. Our battery's almost gone. Okay, I know. I see you need water. Hold on. Hold on. Here, let me pull it out here for you a little bit too so you can get at it better. There you go. There you go. Okay, let me turn that on. I didn't forget about you guys. My battery's almost dead, so it's a good thing we're done anyways. Oh, now she can get her water. Oh, anyways, I haven't really given you guys a nice little update since I built that right there. So that's the back side, but on this side I'll have an outlet, a power outlet and a USB outlet. Actually, the power outlet I'm probably going to put right here, right? Whoa. right there. I can't see the screen because there's a big thing in the way. But yeah, I got those two walls. There's going to be a blackout curtain in between it. I still need to cut a couple pieces up there too to make it to where it's completely blacked out so people can't see if I'm in here. But yeah, it's made it a lot warmer because we're not getting the cold from the front in a way. But then when it does get cold in here, I can't turn the heat on, so I have to hope that my little propane heater here works. Oh, she needs more food. Hold on, peeps. Gotta hold on. Where did I get this divot from? I got a big old scratch on my counter already. Yeah, you're almost out of food now. That's just your leftovers from yesterday, so let me give you some more. There you go. There, let me pull it out for you a little bit. There you go, sweet girl. Yeah, go ahead. I'm not going anywhere. Oh. Well, I think those other two people that were walking too, they turned around and came back as well. So I think they were even like, "This is bullshit." Oh, I could just sit right here for a while because doubt anybody's gonna show up. This park doesn't close until 10, so I mean we could sit here for a while. But usually it's really busy, but being that the weather is so crappy, there ain't gonna be nobody showing up here. Yeah, so that's the next. I just need to shave. Told myself I wasn't going to shave for quite a while, but at least trim it up or do something. I don't know. I did eat way too much. I feel like a big old tubby fat boy right now. Well, I'm not really going to be doing anything else, so I don't want to bore you guys. So I guess I can sign off and all that. But thank you for those that joined me today. I did eat too much. Getting a little bit of indigestion. At least I'm not too old that I start getting heartburn and stuff. But thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already, please smash that follow button. And feel free to follow me on my socials. Did you take too big of a mouthful there? I'm having a hard time swallowing. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Whichever one we do, I'll be streaming for at least for a little bit, but depends on how early I can get up. My guess is I'm probably going to get up earlier than I did today, just because it's going to be so cold in the van that I'm going to want to get up to the front, or I'm going to have to get up to start up the heater. And if I'm going to get up and start the heater, then I might as well just get up and go get a nice hot cup of coffee and all that kind of stuff. But again, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you guys at the next stream. Love you guys. Bye.